the show. Let's see what has been happening in the wrestling world. Welcome to the show, where comedy meets wrestling by fans for fans. The Two Count, always the best guests in Midwest. The Two Count, wait time guaranteed because we're the best of the best. Meet Phoenix and JR, Top Shelf Tommy, we're about to start. Welcome to the Two Count. It's time to dig deep into the wrestling world. Welcome to the Two Count, where comedy meets wrestling by fans for fans. The Two Count.
The Two Count. The Two Count. Where comedy meets wrestling. Please comment, share, like, and start a hype train for God's sakes. And now, here are the hosts of The Two Count. Comedian John Russell, wrestling broadcaster Big Ace, and everybody's favorite heel, Top Shelf Tommy.
Some of you may have had on your Christmas wish list that Top Shelf Tom would not be on the show. We aim to please.
Merry Christmas.
I would just, yes, hi, Tina. We'll just let you know that Tom, we haven't talked to him. Hopefully there's nothing wrong, but he'll hopefully hop on when he has an opportunity. Could be. You remember last time his job, he almost burned down or some shit. So, but anyway, it is the happy season. It is. Here he is. Here he is. He snuck right in there. He knew. There he is. There you are, buddy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Sorry,
You look good.
It's okay,
What?
JR just said that your work building burned down.
It did not. Not yet. Don't say
That's
that.
what happened the last time. What's your shirt say tonight?
Support your local bartender.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, because also I'm drinking a couple sours I got from my local bartender. So
Oh, did you get the drinks with the shirt free?
no. So I had the shirt. Literally, I had this since like right before St. Patrick's Day, but the beers came after. So
Oh, very nice.
whoever
And
made
there's Luke.
this shirt is a true artist. Jesus Christ, Luke. All right. Oh,
Wait,
we should have a word of the
Luke,
day.
you did do the whole like tie dye too, right? Like I believe he did the tie dyeing too, though.
He actually did the tie dye.
I think.
The freak. We love you.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Here's to you. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work, buddy. You know you can get them already pre tie dyed.
No shit, right?
Railport time.
That's hilarious. So I mean, but like, you know what? What's funny is someday if they do order Madhouse shirts and they just order bulk to sell like that, if you have one of these, they're gonna be like special.
Collector items, yes. So so Luke, do you have a screen printer?
He's just sitting there with that hair dryer and just letter by letter.
Oh no. Yeah, we're having a buffet. It's going to be a smorgasbord of our. Oh my God, I need to talk to you, buddy.
You actually do have a screen printing thing?
If you got a screen, okay. I need to talk to you about because I found some shirts, and I sold some shirts up in St. Cloud, and I might want to see and talk to you about crickets are very talented insects. I might want to
Only
talk
Jiminy
to you about
is,
possibly. Say what?
I said only Jiminy is a talented cricket.
Well, yeah, he's the only one with a name anybody knows about.
On a star.
Your nose is growing.
All right, that's too long. I
Goes
apologize.
from
Anyway,
Man, that toy had a bad day. He went from a nose growing to a fucking donkey.
And then he turned into a real boy, which is the worst fucking thing.
Yeah,
and
right.
almost got eaten by a whale.
So like a one color deal. One color deal on a shirt, maybe, Luke or Tina. I mean, heck, I'm game to.
So what is this? Is you just get the little heat thing, right? And you press down on it. So like we could buy like
No. Those are. I prefer to have a screen printed shirt. What? Why? Wait a minute. What did I do?
Yeah, fuck.
What the hell?
I knew I liked the freak.
Okay, so wait, Luke, what do you do when you do this? Do we need to
Yeah,
send
Luke
a link so he could just tell us? Come on here and tell us.
Yeah, why don't we have him
go
just
ahead.
hop on?
Well,
Come on, Luke's available.
Because it's 7. He's probably dealing with the kiddos. I mean, I'll send it to him.
Well, he
The
probably
fuck
has
he
the
is.
kids do the screen printing.
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
He's
He
just
has
got
a whole fucking bunch of minions.
Luke
So-
Raven's just got a fucking sweatshop in his garage.
Why not? That's how they make the money, right? This is where also like I don't come in, right? So if I don't swear, those kids get to go to fucking college. Shit. I said fucking college. I apologize, guys.
There you go.
Joshua boy. What's up?
Hey, Joshua Joseph. It's been a while.
So just and as we're just sort of chatting tonight, we do not have a guest, but we are going to talk about some wrestling. We're going to talk about our kind of year-end review show. And if you're watching and want to throw in anything that you want us to talk about next week, we would absolutely love to, figure out how to do what you want us to do. So you do iron it on. It's not so I was thinking about a screen printer, versus versus
Oh, yeah. No, that's going to take way more.
yeah.
I'm not an ass, Joshua Joseph. I was literally just saying, welcome back. We missed you last week.
He was being
But you
very
know what?
kind. Very kind.
You. How about that?
Oh man, match of the year would be something fun to talk about. We could have our that we witnessed.
You're gonna get an actual screen printer? Jesus, man. That's just not easy. I went in. I worked for a guy who tried to start his own screen printing business. That shit, I sucked at it.
Market Goonies had a screen printing business, and he was doing that stuff before he opened the comedy club.
Huh.
I think he wishes he was doing the shirts again.
The guy's just an entrepreneur
If I'm
mind. That's what it is, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, all you really need.
Yo, if you
For-
do that, make some 2-count shirts.
Yeah, well, really, but here's the thing. For what we do, ours that people can buy are sublimated.
Yeah.
So they're printed with a printer onto the
I
shirt.
bought mine today for the cruise.
Oh,
but-
did you? Swell. Sweet.
Yellow.
No, but I showed JR. I'll show you.
Yeah,
Tom.
I love this shirt.
I did get a yellow shirt to wear.
Oh boy, Hulkamania is it
No.
running wild?
No, you'll see. You'll see.
That's a little on the
Who's blowing low? there?
TMI front there.
Yeah, no kidding. Thank you, Joshua Joseph, for all of that.
There you go, Tommy.
Nice, very nice. That is a timeless shirt right there. That's classic, 100%.
Boom.
But yeah, I mean, all you really need for a screen printer, and you can make perfectly good money, is you just need a one color screen printer, and then you have to make the screens, but then once you make them, they're made.
Mhm.
So anyway,
Well, I don't know. We did that once in like junior high in like a technology class. We actually made the silk screens and then did a few prints. It's pretty fun.
Homemade
Yeah.
experiments. Oh, that's gross. Nice. Well, there's your guys' tutorial. Start a screen.
well now I gotta figure that out. I don't. So the thing is, and this is crazy. I just want to say this real quick because I know you guys were not at the Absolute show on the 9th, and I was hoping to get a little bit of a report from somebody, but the weather up here was pretty shitty, and it took me an extra 45 minutes or so to get up to St. Cloud on Saturday night. And it also meant that the number of people at the show was pretty terrible. But having said that, I sold more goddamn merch than I had at that venue ever when it was full. So, hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray! And I've ordered new magnets as well. So hold on. Messages.
Boo, Tina.
Oh, I love that.
Boo,
I
Tina.
love that. Luke, do you want us to put that up, or do you want us to wait? Because I love that shirt. That's a fantastic shirt.
What am I missing here?
He sent a shirt logo that he's going to make to me personally.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say I didn't need to put it up.
All right, let's see if I'm smart enough to do that.
Oh God, are you serious?
Oh, fuck off! Just fuck off.
Also, JR just disappears.
I'm not going to disappear. What do you think? Come on.
Yeah, he's General So tonight. Come on, man.
You know why? You know why I am General So, and I'm typically not.
Because you're in for the chicken.
I'm typically not political, but when I see a certain former president telling me a story about how a very well-known general, a good one, told him that he's had people die to the left and right of him, but there was nobody braver than when this particular president went out and debated Hillary Clinton after he said he grabbed women by the pussy. I'm like, what fucking general? General Sao? Must be because he clearly can't be. Anyway, the point is, I'm not. And don't get me wrong.
Show the fucking shirt.
Okay.
Ooh,
that's pretty fucking nice. And the reason I'm like, that's awesome because that's like it's like a seal. That's an official seal right there.
This is very much a Ramones tribute shirt. We'll say tribute, not knockoff.
Yeah, I love that shirt.
That's a nice shirt.
If you can make one that's
I don't need to play your sloppy seconds, Luke. You just sent me the picture.
That's okay. But that's a pretty good one.
I'll tell you what. So March 26th, I believe, or is it March 23rd? March 23rd, is that Madhouse first show? I know Absolute's running a show that day as well. And now announced they're doing the Rochester Thaw, which is like a music event, like basically a day like festival in town. And Nerd D is going to be playing it down here, probably playing the Chateau is my guess, because he'll play one of the bigger venues of that festival. So I was a little bummed out because Nerd D never comes down here to perform. So hopping day.
That is a bummer because we're all going to be busy. Well, Ace, you and I are going to be busy. Jared's going to probably be sitting at his house.
The 23rd of March, I'm not 100% sure. So I'm starting to, I don't know what the hell happened. I'm starting to have people contact me to do shows, and I'm not even trying, which...
it's a good problem.
It is a good problem.
Dad.
So,
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a fucking great problem to have, you jackass.
Well, here's the thing, Tom. Here's the thing. Don't call me a jackass.
Wait, hold on. Actually, hold on. I'm going to retract the jackass part. Do you get to book a feature for you?
I don't know. I don't know yet. So let me explain to you what happened. Are you familiar with Chris Barnes, Tom?
The bowler?
I've heard the name. I don't think I've met him.
So Chris Barnes is an absolutely fantastic comic out of Milwaukee. I've worked with him several times. He's got this style. It's almost like it's spontaneous, and every show with him is different. So he got booked for something down in Cannon Falls and couldn't do it. So he contacted me because he talked with somebody else, and he's, oh, you're real close. And I said, yeah. So I contacted the booker, and I got sent an itinerary. And on the itinerary, it says, this is a clean show. And I'm like, fuck. So
that's the opening word you got.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
And so this morning I sent back, and I said, hey, I appreciate the work, and I am by no means vulgar, but I don't know if I can do an hour PG-13. And I would rather let you know that than have a problem at a venue that you guys have been working with for years.
Right.
And so what happened was I got an email back that said, thank you for your honesty. I will find a replacement. Would you like to work down in La Crosse? And I'm like, yes, I would be happy to, but I didn't ask if there was anybody there.
Let me ask about you, Tom.
Let me ask Tom.
I wasn't thinking about you.
No, because I never, here's the thing. I never asked because I don't have that pull. You know this. I got no pull. I got no pull with anybody, Tom. I'm the fill-in guy.
Oh, I've been the fill-in guy, but I still feel like I got pull. Like, hey, if you need me to do last-minute stuff, I'll throw some names later on. You know, like
no. I totally get it. My whole thing is just like, yeah, I
can stretch my 30 minutes of clean and doing out. No, I can't.
Well, see, that's why maybe that's why you're not getting booked. I'm not at this point. I don't want to go and have that. You remember the whole thing with me going up to Turtle Lake and having them think that I told a masturbation joke when I didn't come anywhere close.
Yeah.
You see what I did there? But so at this point, I don't want or have the need. If like there's any question for me, I'm like, thanks. I don't want to do it. I don't want to create a problem for you. I'd rather do stuff that I know I'm going to do well at than go and have this fucking dark cloud over me that I have to modify fucking everything. So anyway.
You know what's actually funny to me is that I can't tell you how many times, speaking of Turtle Lake, right? I can't tell you how many times I've had to tell people that the first actual show that you and I worked was election night 2016.
Yeah.
Up there at Turtle Lake Casino, Danbury, which that whole room, that whole bar has been turned into a sports book.
Yep.
There's no fucking comedy anymore. Thank God. But it was so last minute. Here's what happened. I literally voted in the election, go home, change shirts and pants, and get on the fucking road to drive 2.5 hours north.
I was gonna say, what, you have like a fucking special election shirt you had to wear?
Nope, literally just a shirt. Just not much. That was the thing. I went from work to the voting place and then go home. Like the voting place was like 2 minutes from my place, so like it wasn't like it was far, but it was just the 25 minutes from work to home.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have like a 2.5 hour drive to Danbury, get there 5 minutes before the show, look at my notes just real quick. Sound guy says, yeah, by the way, this is clean. I go, sure. Cause the whole like last hour of the trip, I'm like, just, hey, it's repetition, huh? 25 minutes. Let's do this. Ha 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 ha. It was so fucking awful because they had election coverage. And the Timberwolves, and this is before the Timberwolves were at all fucking good. This is 2016. Like, it's a while ago, but it was fucking awful. And that's what 7 fucking people in the bar were watching. So thank God they turned it into a sports book because it's the smallest fucking casino you can think of. It's fucking hole in the wall piece of shit.
How many times did you do that show?
3 times total. That room 3 times.
Yeah, I think I've done it, or I did it, probably in the neighborhood of 8.
That's 7 times too many.
And yeah, exactly. I used to always just I'd get into my mind is like I got to make I got to drive a couple hours to pick up a check and then come home.
Well, so and to be clear to everybody who's watching, the comedy was normally Thursdays. This was a random Tuesday. The band fell out last minute.
Yeah.
Gordy, there you go. Yeah. The band fell out last minute because I don't think they booked it realizing it was election night. So then somebody at the casino, whoever they book with, like music or comedy wise, they just sent a message saying, "Hey, who can book talent tonight?" And good old Chuck Androsky. And if you guys have never seen this guy, just imagine Doc from Back to the Future wearing a skin blazer or a snakeskin blazer. That's Chuck for you, everybody. Just a weird fucking dude.
Kind of a combination of Doc and Danny DeVito.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he was stocky. Yeah.
Short, stocky, and yeah. But anyway, I mean, and God love Chuck because he did pay me for a lot of stuff. But that last issue that we had, and I still to this day, if he ever gets to book anything else, and he calls me, which I don't think he will, but if he calls me, I will say absolutely, and then I'm just not fucking going because he still owes me from the last one.
Of course he does. See, and it's the same thing. This is how we, again, we've said this several times, JR, as far as the similarities between comedy and wrestling. We've all talked to guys who have had that experience where they've gotten to a show, done the show, and then where's the money at the end of the show?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really shitty feeling when you have done the work and you've had to deal with either shitty driving conditions, obviously Saturday being one thing, and Jonah's always great there in St. Cloud as far as make sure everybody gets paid. But like, that's not a great drive. I mean, I was in St. Paul for a wedding, and I was going down 9th Street to go back to 35E and just go home. Thank God, first of all, there was no Metro Transit train or traffic right there by the NPR building because I would have been smoked because I could not catch anything. It was a glare ice going downhill. So
sometimes they do.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna knock on some wood, but like, it would be hard not to laugh if you got killed by a train,
right? Yeah, especially in downtown
St.
Paul.
Would be sitting there like all sad, but then it'd be like,
so
I got hit by a train.
I'll say this, Luke. So comedy promoters and bookers, it varies from venue to venue because it's more the venue than the booker. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's not exactly like wrestling in that there are several bookers that I use. None of them are like at the show ever.
You know what he's talking about, right?
Huh?
You know what he's talking about?
You're talking about water.
No, but like Cardona posted a thing this last week about promoters
can't get a couple cases of water,
not having water, and like it sparked like huge controversy.
Oh well, I'm sorry. Fuck me then, because I told you I haven't paid any attention to anything this week. I'm just
nothing wrestling related.
Nothing wrestling related. Barely anything. Barely anything. So here's here's what I have done this week. First of all, I watched that. Yeah, I watched that absolutely riveting Vikings Raiders game, which gigantic waste of time.
Yes, sir.
But aside from that, because I heard, and I don't know if you guys have heard this, Best Buy and a lot of other retailers have decided that they are going to stop carrying physical DVDs, 4K Ultra Blu-rays.
Mm-hmm.
And I read something that said you should not get rid of any of your physical media because
What are you reading Hoarders Are Us?
no. Because
Hoarders can't write.
the example. Are you talking about? Then we're talking about the same thing. Anyway, but because there are some of these.
Don't ever throw anything away.
Not anymore. Some of these things
Everything
that are.
has
You can
value.
throw away your VHS. Take your VHS to Goodwill. There's old people that have.
Yeah,
VHS
no,
players.
like so somebody at work actually literally bought a VCR at Goodwill for like $20 because they found an Atari 2600 at a garage sale. And that's how they figured that the only way they're going to be able to hook it up to a modern TV is run it through a VCR.
Yeah.
I go, well, probably, but also, why the fuck did you buy $20 for a VCR? Is Goodwill trying to rip you the
That's
fuck off? Yeah, I
crazy.
think so.
You could so anyway.
That's
Point
fucking a
being,
lot, dude.
Like
point being,
$5.
I blew $150 on a 4K Ultra HD player that will also play blues, and I just want to go and watch all of my stuff. I've never watched any of it on my TV. It's all still in boxes down here. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and I'm like, oh, I want to get some movies that I love, and I want to get them on the 4K Ultras to see what it looks like. And it's
like shit because they're old.
No, it's absolutely amazing. What they do is they go and take these movies and remaster them to 4K because they're taking it straight from the film, right? So I watched The Godfather in 4K, which was absolutely amazing.
Marlon Brando's pores, fucking huge.
Oh, yeah, you can see so much of this stuff. And then I also got the Blues Brothers, which sounds fantastic, and it's unbelievable. The scene where they drive through the mall, it's just and so I can't say enough about that, and I'm very happy with that. But having said that, that's what I've been doing for the last few days, and
So you've been watching a lot of movies?
well, I've watched those two.
I mean, Godfather's actually what, like almost 3 hours long?
Godfather's like 3.
But how many times do you fall asleep and then have to?
No, I don't. So what I do is I know the parts that I think don't have anything to do with the story, like when Michael is over in Italy and romancing the girl that gets killed in the car that blows up. I'm like, fuck that. I know what happens there, and it's not interesting to me. So I fast forward.
The car blows up. What do you mean it's not interesting to you?
That isn't interesting. I watched the car blow up, and then I'm like, that's not as spectacular as I thought it might be in 4K. And so
That's
I'm
fair.
like, okay, I'll move on. But anyway, so there you go. That's and happy
But
Christmas.
anyway.
Just in case anybody's looking for something to buy for me, I would love to have some wrestling in 4K. That'd be fun. I'd love to see that. It would look better
really
than watching
taking
it
the
live.
stutter.
You know who You know the only person I know that has like wrestling DVDs still is Alex Jaffe. Do you want to talk to Alex Jaffe about some DVDs?
He's got
Does
millions.
Does he want more? Because I have like a whole case of them in my garage.
I don't want anything from him. But thank you.
You want a conversation from him? Not even that?
I don't even want to text.
I will say this though. Alex Jaffe is a very nice person, but he is incredibly hard to have a discussion with. And it doesn't matter whether it's comedy or wrestling related, because if it's wrestling related, 9 times out of 10, he will talk to you either about his love of deathmatch wrestling or talk about his collection of just craziness. I mean, honest to God, like you guys had him on as far as talking about his collection. Like apparently it's grown since then. He's got posters and masks, and he's got chairs. He's got everything. Like it's a lot, man.
He has got one of the largest collections of stuff. And I say that because some of it's super cool and all of it he loves, and all of it including the legal marijuana that he has that I've been selling after my speeches. I've been selling legal marijuana to anyone who would like to buy it from me. And I just want you to know that legal marijuana is the best thing that's happened in the state of Minnesota since I've been the governor.
Jesus, what great timing on that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Wow. Man.
That's a great segue, right?
Yeah. We were talking about, before you came on, we were talking about WWE and Punk.
A little bit. We didn't go too far.
No, we might as well go into that, because that is the greatest story right now going on, right? I mean, the Bloodline has its moments here and there, but reality is everybody's talking about CM Punk since Survivor Series, except for us. I mean, realistically, we covered it just, real briefly, obviously with Nerdy, but this last, I don't know if you guys saw the segment last night. I checked it out this morning on YouTube, but between Punk and Rollins, but I don't know if Survivor Series was really a work, as everybody was saying it was with Seth Rollins now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Seth is good about. I mean, they probably there's always underlining heat and something like that when you get that reaction when they're doing it, But I mean, I said this when we talked about him coming back. It's like I personally could do without Punk. I don't care. Like, right. I'm just kind of tired of all the shit with him. But he's there, and as a wrestling fan, I'm interested. I'm curious to see how this goes, because he is a polarizing figure in wrestling. Maybe not for the reasons he thinks he is, but he is. But what I've enjoyed so far, though, are these just little moments backstage the last couple of weeks with him working his way around the roster and having these introductions. So like that's been interesting. That's been cool. I think if there is some underlining real heat between him and Rollins, I think because of how good Rollins is and just how good Punk is playing off that real shit, because he could be a dick. Yeah, dude, that would be, I'll tell you what, you want to pop some people, fucking get rid of cult personality and bring the what was their name? Was it Fire? What was it? Fire Starter or something like that was the song. Someone in the there would Kill Switch Engage. That's right. That song was badass. I think that would pop a lot of people because that was his like ECW shit. But I don't know. We were talking about how, is he going to do the same shit? Because you were saying, who was saying something about Brian, JR?
Oh, yeah. So Kevin Nash said on his podcast that if Bryan Danielson was involved in the decision to let Punk go, that there's probably something to it, because he said Bryan Danielson is one of the most level-headed guys he's ever met in wrestling, and he would not have done, if it was best for business to keep Punk, he would have done it. But if there was something really egregious, he would have let him go.
Do you feel like maybe Tony Khan kind of set Brian up to be kind of scapegoat in this situation, though, for real, though? Because here's the deal. So we're supposed to believe that behind the scenes, Bryan Danielson can just he's judge, jury, and trial backstage, but he's not giving he's not making any calls on storyline or signings or any of that shit. That's all Khan, and that's where all the shit's getting fucked up. Yeah. That's where all the trouble happens. And with the Punk's case here, it then floated down to Brian to do the firing. Like, really? Like, the other thing, too, like I was telling JR, Tom, he can't, like, he's not going to be able to get away with shit in WWE, and he knows that.
Mhm.
You know, so it also kind of says like, okay, I do think hearing how things went down in AEW, he's in the wrong. He's the one that started the legitimate backstage fight,
Mhm.
from the sounds of it and all that. So like, not a cool move. But here's the deal: like Tony Khan doesn't have the balls to say to these people he's paying big dollars to, like a CM Punk, like, hey, I'm still your boss though. Like, chill the fuck out.
Right.
He can't do that. You think he's gonna get away with that shit backstage at WWE with Triple H?
No.
No. And then there's the other thing of, you know, he always talked about how he hated his time there and how it was well, you know, that was WWE with Vince.
Right.
What does WWE with Triple H in charge of creative look like with a CM Punk there? Because here's the deal: Triple H is a wrestling mind. You know what I mean? Like, one of the biggest things between him and Vince of one of their biggest disagreements will always be that, you know, Paul Levesque, or like I like to call him, terrorizing. He sees talent in all sizes. Not
Right.
all of them have to be just big guys, where we know Vince has a look and a feel that he just gets extremely off on. And
Mhm.
it is what it is. But you're going to see a more diverse product. I mean, you got to think. The next thing this is going to lead into that we're going to talk about is Rollins going to leave WWE? Contracts coming up to a close, him and Becky, I guess. But the more you think about that one too, it's like Rollins is a guy that if it was still the Vince show, I don't think he would have had the career he had. I think a lot of that was Triple H pushing Rollins up because he doesn't fit the mold of what Vince likes in a wrestler. He's kind of just an average looking dude with long hair, right?
Right.
So,
Well, so yeah, like Seth was never the biggest guy, but obviously with like toning up, getting the 6-pack and stuff like that, building the shoulders up a little bit, because when he first came from ROH over to NXT as, Tyler Black over to Seth Rollins, and then, be like really even the start of the Shield, and they, progressively got more and more training and more of the abs, more of the toneness. And the way they kind of shoot this now, especially with, the different angles as far as where the hard cam is and how like much they shoot in and actually, zoom in, you can't really tell how big some of these guys are. I mean, even when they come to the ring, I mean, heck, I got NXT on right now and stuff like that. There's one guy who looks just massive, but the way they're shooting this, both guys look like they're about the same size, even though I can tell you right now that the one guy is about 4 inches shorter. Because again, they're just, we're going to tilt the angle here. We're going to tell the one guy to maybe pan over this way a little bit more. So I think Vince always kind of knew that shit. I mean, because Shawn Michaels is probably the greatest example of a small guy getting over in Vince's territory. And, Brian Danielson got over. But that was like a little bit more coaxing probably from Triple H at the time too. But legitimately, some of that stuff before the pipe bomb with Phil Brooks and Paul Levesque, that seemed to really spark and like really kind of irritate Triple H. So this has to be seen as a best for business kind of situation for WWE, which it has been. It's been great for them as far as keeping Punk on the mic for 10 minutes, which is
well. And what's Triple H's favorite phrase nowadays? If it's good for business,
yeah,
right.
Well, that's
obviously, talk of the town is Punk. You're capitalizing on it. I mean, I feel like he looks a little better shape right now. I will say that, Punk. And again, I think there's an expectation of, hey, man, you're not going to come here. And I'm sure WWE has some sort of clause that if he does start acting like a dickhead backstage like he did in AEW, they're like, get the fuck out.
Right.
We ain't paying you shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's in there. They're not dumb.
No.
And if all parties are working on the same page, we might get, because I like Seth Rollins and CM Punk, that's a banger match if we get Punk at his best.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's just some people in WWE that's gonna be, it could be good, it could be bad. I don't remember who said it, but WWE was like, am I a fan that he's here? No, but you know what? As long as he's here to do business and be on the same page, hey, then we're all here to do the same thing. So it should be fine. As long as he, again, I like the callbacks though that he's doing too, because he was even wasn't he at NXT? And he walked up to is it Cora Jade, which was it like a couple weeks ago? The video of her meeting him and crying was like viral. So obviously they capitalize on that by him just, hey, I'm really proud of you. Like,
Right.
But those are things that WWE's always done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like AJ, they would constantly show the clip of her meeting Lita and bawling.
Yeah.
And if anything with CM Punk, maybe this opens that door for AJ Lee to make her return. And you know what? The women's division could use a little shakeup, could use a little something, and maybe she's that. And maybe this gets her gears going. Maybe she decides to get back in the ring because she's someone who left where she had many years left to go if she wanted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of the women's division, real quick, did I hear correctly? Did Charlotte get hurt?
Yeah, major injury. I didn't read what it was, but just a major injury. So she's been pulled from TV.
So that's not good for the women's division.
Well, just to say, like, as far as like shakeup goes, again, like NXT right now is probably like the best women's division across the whole show, and I think some of those women are probably ready to make it to the main roster. Not all of them per se, but there's a lot that can be said as far as like a Cora Jade is, she's great in ring. I think she can have chemistry with a lot of the women who are already on the main roster. So I think that might be a good step. But yeah, I mean, AJ Lee, if she's back in the fold, one to actually get a women's title and not just the Divas Championship would be nice for her. But yeah, I mean, if that's what this can kind of lead to, I'm on board. But I think also, CM Punk is still one of those ones. It's very divisive, like even Seth Rollins, again, outside of Raw, said, hey, he mentioned Colt Cabana in a segment, in an interview he did. I'm like, I think this is genuinely actually personal for him, especially considering all the times that, CM Punk dropped the Shield and referenced them as like, oh, I started the Shield. Maybe, but those guys really carried a lot of that stuff, especially after he left. So,
but that's that Punk character too, I did that. I did that. I did that. I just hope we see some good work. I think the other thing that WWE maybe jumped the gun on, and maybe we'll see him not wrestle right away because of this. Motherfucker had a broken foot last year,
like twice. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you give him all the monies?
Because so yeah. Last night he again announced that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble as an answer to Seth Rollins.
Guarantee you it's going to be 30.
Probably.
You he gets number 30.
Right, because that's what you do with returning stars, right? But again, it's a lot of lip service right now because he's only talked.
If he wins the fucking Royal Rumble, I'll tell you what, thank God we're going to be on that damn ship in the middle of nowhere and not have to see that. Anybody else win? I'm game. Awesome. Can't wait to see it when I get home.
Right. No, that's the thing. Yeah, if we don't,
and I ain't watching that shit on the plane either because I need to watch that on a big TV.
Right. But
only porn on the plane.
Just to make it weird with the people next to you. I love to see the weird faces on the old ladies who sit next to me when they see I'm watching porn. Somebody's going to go ahead, clip that. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Right.
Some old lady sees it. Yeah, remember when? Yeah, lady.
No, but I so like just kind of like wrapping it up as far as like the whole CM Punk thing. They're using him with value, I suppose, right now, as far as these take 10-minute promos and shit like that. But when do we get to see him ring? Because if he doesn't wrestle or doesn't compete until Royal Rumble, this is a fucking waste in my book. Because you got to have him do something beforehand. Like, I mean, I know Royal Rumble's in January, but realistically, you have to have him have a match before then. Because it's just a lot of lip service and, like, legitimately leading up to that. He's just going to be talking for the next month. That's a lot of fucking talking from one fucking dude who hasn't really said much outside of like some rehash shit that he said in previous promos, either with WWE or AEW.
But the other thing too is, I bet he won't be on every week. So
True.
if he's not on every week, and they're taking off, right? So we don't have Raw till the 1st after next week, or is that where we're at? Because they're not doing a Christmas Raw. Didn't they give everybody off?
Think so, but I mean,
so then you got your first the Raw New Year's Day Raw, which sounds like they're going to try to pack it, and then really it's like what 3 weeks till the Rumble from there. And I mean, if he's not going to be on every week, because it kind of sounded like he got a deal where he's not going to have to be on there every week. He's definitely not doing house shows. He's doing like one, which also another thing is WWE, now that they're under TKO is looking to cut down house shows.
well, that does make sense. I mean, especially considering you already have 3 shows you're doing a week. I mean, obviously NXT is just in Orlando, but I will say this about CM Punk. It seems like he's making a Midwest run right now. Like, so
I'll tell you what,
Chicago, Indianapolis, Cleveland. Like,
hey man, he's doing limited house shows. They just announced for a house show in New York, but if he's been popping up every once in a great while. Just saying, they're in Rochester Sunday night.
I'm not going down to Rochester on Sunday. I'm going to be too damn busy with work. Like, because literally we only have at my work, we only have through Wednesday, and then we're shut down for the rest of the year. So
Dang.
I know like last week was busy. This week is a bit busy. And then the 3 days next week are just going to be stupid insane. So like you guys
What
are
do
going to
you
be
do at work? Just out of curiosity.
what's that?
What is it that you do at work? Just out of curiosity.
I am a facilities guy. So what that means is when there's problems or there's things that need to be fixed or improved upon, this guy's got to go do it. So, there's obviously that show like about a year ago now where I got, like 30 minutes left of the show. I get a phone call or whatever, some message saying there's something going on at work. So, a lot of times there's that. But so like this week I've been splitting time between all 3 of our locations with building a ramp for a different exit. And then it's a whole bunch of shit, man. So I get kind of pulled every which way until like.
I didn't realize you had 3 locations. I thought you just had 1.
We used to have 4.
Oh, wow.
We got rid of 1 a few months ago. So yeah,
Did you
it's
burn it down for the insurance?
Well, 2 of the locations are attached to other businesses, so I'm not going to do that,
Yeah.
So, and
I just was curious. That's all.
yeah. Also, I don't get the insurance money, so I don't know why you would
You
say
committed
that
arson, bro?
I'm not really into it. I feel like there's a better crime for me than arson, but
Yeah, but sometimes it's not a crime because sometimes it's just like it's what you need to do.
wow.
I just need to
I like my job though. So
some people have gambling addictions. Some people are alcoholics. Some people are addicted to drugs, and some other people sometimes like to set fires.
I used to be a bit of a pyro when I was a kid. I really liked fire when I was a kid, but I matured and I grew out of that. And then I also got a little bit of counseling. I matured.
Doesn't mean you can't dip your toe back in the water a little.
I always could. You're not wrong. I could definitely dip my toe back into that. Let's burn it down, right? I'm just following Rollins' theme song, right?
You mean you could just burn a box?
Just right in the middle of the warehouse, though.
Well, yeah, but you don't need to. It doesn't need to be like a troublesome box. It just could just burn it a little bit and see what the fuck happens.
Well,
Malice. Excuse me.
Buddy.
Perfect time for Malice to just go ahead and just drop that in there real quick. Thank you, Malice, for that. Is it a Madhouse Zippo? If it's a Madhouse Zippo, I'd fucking...
Dude,
that'd be dope.
That'd be dope for sure.
Though, I wonder what this one sounds like.
Holy shit.
JR found
In a
me.
world where wrestling is all that's left. Tom Chilster scratches somebody's nuts.
Oh, damn.
Could you hear it? Is it hero?
I mean, I heard just a little bit. You said I grabbed somebody's nuts.
Scratch. You scratch their nuts. So I'm not 100% sure how this works. I was telling Ace, I was able to look up the voice mod. So I just don't know what it all sounds like.
Well, it sounds a bit ominous, like the voice of God right now.
In a world where Dom Kittlegram is a dude.
That's his current world. Dude, you're laughing. That is fucking great, though. It sounds evil as shit.
Let me try this one. And then another one.
All right. How does this one sound?
Terrible. Fucking awful.
Sounds like you're a stormtrooper.
Fuck that then.
Yeah.
Radio.
Like the radio stormtrooper, yeah. Copy.
All right. How does this one sound?
Like you're in a tunnel.
My name's Dom Kittlegram. No pitch, no anything else?
I mean, it's a little bit bass, but
This one's the best.
yes.
The
Out
bop.
of the 3. Okay, let me try this one too.
Do you have a Morgan Freeman setting? Because that'd probably be the best.
I would. How about this one? This one is called Scary Teddy.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if that means I'm wearing a teddy or if it's a bear. No, no. There's just all of these. There's all of these things. It's
I think
so
that one's
much
trying to
stuff.
add effects to it, too. Like, it makes it
Oh,
sound
yeah.
like it might be like a Freddy kind of thing.
My name is Big Chad. I'm a code lover. I don't know. You tell me.
Again, yeah, there's background for that.
Yeah, some of these are. Ooh, this is the narrator. I don't know what he's narrating. Coming right up.
Ooh.
It just takes a while for him to load. This one has no background effects. Yet, there is total AI going on here.
You almost reached Morgan Freeman level right there.
In a world where everybody thinks they're Michael Scott.
Keep it up. Keep going. Keep going.
What do we do? I can't. Here's the problem. I can't see what's going on, so I can't match.
Oh, man.
Here's the deal. Tom Kittlegram has been long a part of this show, and for most people, it is almost obstructive. If I use large words, possibly it will mean more to the average listener.
This is fun. At least for
As
me,
a fella, I know his name is Tom Kittlegram. Now, he's never been down to Australia, but he's certainly got that Aussie look to him because he's always drinking beers and sucking down lagers. He's trying to find himself a Sheila, but he can't do it because his penis is too small.
Oh, shit. This is like a narration of my life. Holy fuck, man. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah, my penis is too small. Yeah. All right, Twitch. Yeah, YouTube. All right.
Don't
Go ahead
worry, you're
and
in
clip
good
that one,
company.
too. I'm sure Joshua Joseph isn't around anymore. He would have clipped that. shit.
He would call you Dick Nose.
Yeah, he would. Small dick
Anyway,
nose at this
I have
point.
no idea what the fuck this sounds like. Oh, what? Wait, this is just Bob.
It's what?
This one's just Bob. My name's Bob. That's all.
Okay.
Sounds very weird.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I found another one.
Somehow it makes you sound effeminate in that one, which is kind of offensive, but it's like Bob. You know what I mean? Like just to fucking role play it, I guess, a little bit.
So now I'd like to talk about Tom Chilstrom. He and I would talk about Ace, but Ace has been a screw up like we've never seen. And I'm just not sure. I saw a general. I don't know what this even sounds like. That.
I mean, are you trying to do a voice with us, or are you just still speaking like
no,
yourself?
I'm just talking.
Oh,
I'm just talking. That's all.
It kind of gives you this weird, like,
East Coaster.
Yeah, like who was that raspy kind of like gay character in Murphy Brown?
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah. I know I'm going like old school on this, but we're all old enough to know Murphy Brown, so
Yeah. I just oh god, they've got a lot of supposed voices that are
voices.
Voices.
The voices in my
Voices
head.
in the basement.
Could you imagine if Randy Orton's
call.
theme just turns to this? I hear voices in my head.
Wait a minute. Here's let's see, where'd the other one go? Oh, here's another one.
You sound
This
like my
one is
grandma
this one's
from New
called
York.
this one is called Uncle in Chief.
So I don't know what day it is, but it's probably Thursday because I have my tapioca on Thursday.
It's Tuesday. Tapioca Tuesdays.
Oy vey.
I thought that was
vey.
Taco Tuesday. I don't know.
These are so fucking weird.
I have, and the thing is, I won't know what they sound like until I
Watch the show back.
come back
You're
and
gonna
watch.
watch
And I know, I don't need great. Now we're gonna get an extra view because I can't fucking stand it. Anyway, I'm gonna turn it off.
I'm gonna turn it off.
All
But
right.
there's other stuff too, Tom. I didn't get to play some of this stuff for you. These are all oldies. If
Yeah,
you
these are
remember this one,
Hello, ladies.
Well, Val Venus, hell yeah, man.
yeah.
The cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
And Tom, give me a hot take on something.
A hot take.
Yeah.
WWE is going to be screwed 20 years from now. Speaking of hot take, I don't know if you guys saw this by the way or not, but Eric Bischoff apparently told or said on his podcast that Tony Khan and AEW needs to just completely drop ROH.
He's not
Like
wrong.
every bit of the program, he just needs to drop it.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I only bring it up based on the fact that I think the whole reason ROH, when it went up for sale, was to try and just buy the library. You probably shouldn't have kept it running. That's just my take.
That
I'm
or
okay with
like,
him
yeah,
if it was
I
like
don't
the opposite show, right?
know.
Like how like WWE has like NXT. I almost feel like that's how they should have had it. Was ROH is like it's independent. You're still gonna run shows, and they're gonna find maybe like their avenue somewhere else as far as like getting on TV.
Well, they could have. I mean, here's the thing: they could have easily struck some kind of a deal with Sinclair to continue to have that on those television stations, and I don't know why the hell they didn't.
Do you think it's because Tony Khan thought he'd have a streaming platform by now?
I think A, he thought he'd have a streaming platform. B, he thought he might be able to find another home for it that was better than those Sinclair stations. And let's be honest, at that point, they were barely doing anything.
Right.
And C, he was probably like, let me make a call to get this streaming network go. Ooh, cocaine.
Yeah. Blink.
There is that, yes, cocaine and energy drinks. But I mean, I think it's actually real that NXT is going to be on CW come the fall.
Yeah,
that's legit.
There's a lot of changes coming with where things are going to be seen.
Right. So that's another thing is that if Sinclair wanted to get out of the business of running and promoting comedy or wrestling, excuse me, just like TNT did back in the day, like Turner wanted to get away from WCW, no matter how little they got fucking paid for it.
Yeah.
Because of, producing shows, running shows, having to have the airtime on it. Sinclair, I think, was the same kind of thing. Like, we can't run ROH this much. And they lost so much money on the fucking pandemic, man. Like, they had no audience whatsoever. They weren't even trying to do, socially distanced shows or anything. They're running out of only one fucking studio, like Baltimore.
Well, they were doing best ofs too all the time.
So many best of, like, it was fucking nauseating how much they did. Like, yeah, I can only go back so far before I just realized that the video quality is fucking awful. Like, they really should have updated their library as much as they could have, as far as if you have this time, fucking remaster, re-edit some of these fucking matches where the video quality goes up, you know, like get over to 4K or something like that. But some of those old, like 01, 02, 03 matches are so hard to watch because it's so grainy. It's fucking bad, man. Like, even WWE has done a great job of going back to old NWA, WCW stuff, ECW, and actually making it presentable and watchable. And that's another thing with Tony Khan. Is like, what are you fucking doing with Honor Club Honor Club? Like, who's still subscribing to that?
Which,
it has to
by
be
the
an
way,
absolute fucking money drain.
Everybody check it out for Friday night's big show, though, because past guest Billy Starks has a shot at the title against Athena.
That is true. And if they're smart, they give her, she wins, right?
Well,
I will get a hold of
the minute that Billy
No,
Starks
thanks.
wins, we are just screwed.
I mean, we're never gonna have Billy back on the show anyway, just because of how they
Badly
do it
you treated her.
First of all,
But
so
who did,
no,
who did she pick as her partner and her opponent, though?
Let me look that up. No, well, so I'll say this because, you know, Ace just shared on social media that it was Billy's birthday recently, and so JR, I don't know why you're acting like I treated her badly, because Ace and I took a picture with her.
You are the one that wasn't there for the picture.
Yeah, and then the last time she was at Bauhaus with First Wrestling, she was an absolute gem of a human being. She dealt with Aaron Isaac's stupid bullshit, asking stupid questions. Billy Starks from 4/19/22 said that she would tag with JR. She had Ace as her opponent and me, Top Shelf Tommy, as her manager. ROH AEW, sign it. I need to be her manager. Let's do it.
I don't know how about a teenager.
I'll get out of this rinky-dink fucking hellhole of 2 counts and I'll be fucking top shelf across the nation.
Do you think you could possibly do that?
Be her
I mean,
manager?
we would both support you in it.
Just getting me the fuck off the show.
Well, here's the thing. If you can become Billy Stark's manager, then we can have Whitney on with us every fucking week.
Well, you know, honestly,
replaced.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that I'm on the chopping block too. The minute that Tim Nell is available every Tuesday.
Well, yeah, well, let's be fair here, though. You are the one who sets up the streams here, so
yeah, we're kind of screwed
There's
without
something
you.
to having the keys.
yeah, the keys to the kingdom, and it's also like, we're gonna just knock JR off like this. We're gonna mute the mic. We're gonna send him to backstage.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, though, because both of them are good friends of the show, and they both can be like fill and host, and they're just a regular part of our show now. And both of them, I think, are going to come and hang out for our big Christmas party.
Awesome.
Well, yeah,
we have rules this year too, guys.
Yeah,
we have rules. 15 to 20 minutes each. All right, that's it. The only 2 people who can stay on longer than that is Tim and Whitney. They can be on the entire show because they are part of the team. Everybody else, there's time limits because we didn't get. I don't think we got through everything last year.
Oh, good Lord, no.
God, no.
I think
it was a
there's
3-ring circus last year,
And
which
I
was
think-
fun.
and I think there's more invites this year than last year.
There is, because we've
We
had
had
a lot more
people
guests
than
this
last
year.
too.
And then on top of that, we never know who's going to actually show up till it happens. So
Yeah. Gosh, that'll be exciting. And Luke already said he's going to watch, but he won't be part of it. Which I'm really sad, Luke, because I don't like the way that Tom drove you off of the holiday show.
I mean, I did just tell him to get the fuck out of here. By the
Does
way,
it all the time.
just to do a quick recap, by the way, of people you might see. Here's who we've had do the Tom game in 2023. Arjun Singh, JDX, Badger Calhoun, Captain Midnight, Guthrie, The Big Picture, Badger Briggs, Whitney, Nasty Nick Nolan, Amina Belmont, Death Dealer, Damian Saint, Jackson King, Clinton Dye, Ragnar the Ruthless, and Alvin Falcone. Those are just the people who have done the Tom game in 2023. So they all might be popping up next week. Who knows what next week might bring?
God, I feel like we did more than that. Jesus.
I know.
We've had, well, so that's the thing. We had plenty of guests. Like I know we had Ricky Noren on, but I believe Ace, you weren't able to be on that show that week.
Oh, that's yeah.
So we've had time, like we don't play a Tom game unless all three of us are here. And we've had plenty of times where there's been, well, one of you two missing because I'm here every week giving the people what they want, more of this ginger masterpiece. I can't even say it with a fucking straight face. JR, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look, JR. Who else has got the soundboard, huh?
Tom. We should start a YouTube golf channel, Ginger Golf.
Ginger Golf? Just you and me going out and playing, or just critiquing other people?
No, both, but us playing bad.
Oh, dude. Did you see what I tried to submit for the Tito's subpar golfer?
No.
Oh, my God. Let me pull this up. I'll try and share it here.
Good God.
Just to show you guys exactly how bad a golfer I am, by the way. So, hold on here.
This is great for the show.
You don't
Shut
have
up.
any, like...
You guys seeing this?
JR, you got all the beds now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait a minute.
Whack. Oh.
I just kept the fucking camera rolling on this one. I'm like, all right, that's the best fucking take, man. If the ball doesn't go anywhere, right? See you later, motherfuckers.
Why would you not edit it?
I did.
So what do you
That's
win?
it down. But again, that's how bad it was, especially with the old clubs, man. Like, and just not playing all that often, like the last few years. Got the new clubs. I'm ready to go, man.
Dude, we can meet at Cannon Falls
that
once a
wave.
week and do a match and put it on YouTube, and people can laugh at how competitive we are against each other, but overall just both suck at golf.
Oh, look at that. Look at Luke. Look at Luke here. Getting the cheers and everything like that. It's better than golf.
We could bring Luke on one day, and it'll be three gingers golfing.
Oh, there you go.
I would like to hear Luke grade your swing and game.
How about this? We keep it just between you and me. We'll try and get two gingers as a sponsor. I like me some Irish whiskey.
I mean, I won't drink it, but I mean, I'll drink it on camera if they want me to.
Yeah, right? I'll slap a patch on a fucking old golf bag. Yeah, two gingers. Yeah. Fucking represent.
Just fucking tape it on around the bag. Yeah, sponsored.
What is with all these sound effects? Don't do a crow sound for me. I ain't Sting. Sounds like you the monkeys are laughing at me now.
We took the time to record someone blowing out a toilet. Well, on that note,
yeah, I don't know how to follow that one there.
Yeah,
You can't. It's
guys, we're gonna be honest. We kind of talked about making tonight a shorter night since we don't have a guest, and we're gonna have a lot of guests probably next week. So we're gonna mentally prepare for that.
8:09, 9 after 8. How you doing, everybody? Hey, it's 75 degrees right now at the place that's always sunny, KS95.
KS85, it's the Zoo in the Morning with Big Ace, JR, and Top Shelf Tommy. Hey, everybody.
I
Whoa.
waka waka waka.
Oh, dude. See, this is why,
it's like Parks and Rec.
This
is why I do that Wednesday show with Corey, by the way.
I got to be honest with you. This is my favorite thing to do.
You old bastard.
I can't help. Ace, you know this was my shit back in the old.
I know. Okay.
God. y'all need to turn on NXT right now because you got Lexis King, aka Brian Pillman Jr., and Ava, the Rock's daughter, on the screen at the same time. Multiple generation talents here, everybody.
I wonder what they're gonna end up doing with her.
It's actually pretty close. I don't have the volume on, obviously, but I can only imagine that these promos that they're doing are not grand, not great, barely feasible. I definitely like where Ava's going, though. Like, I appreciate what she's doing there, but I think Lexis King is a fucking downgrade for Brian Pillman Jr., if I'm being real honest with you guys.
It is weird.
Yeah, right? Like, especially how he explained why he came up with that name. Ugh, why do you have that promo like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So we know Tim Nella, we know Whitney will be coming by the show next week, and then hopefully another slew of guests.
I'm sure we'll see some Bryce Jordan, some Golden God keeping it top shelf around here, giving JR a little bit of harassment.
Well, we can't have everything. But I will be armed. I will be armed with all of these.
You are not wrong, Luke Raven. By the way, Luke, come on, man. You got to show up a little bit, man. You're great. You're a great voice of reason around here. I mean, we're trying to have Jason Prentice on, so why not have another promoter, owner of a company be on as well? You know, we can talk about how y'all have different strategies as far as you booking selectively to make sure you have the finest talent available, and then Absolute just wherever and whenever, right? It's going to be busy fucking spring. I'm not looking forward to it. Oh, God.
Yeah.
You're not a promoter? Okay. Owner?
Yeah. So next week we'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Christmas. Hey, yeah. Coming up on the 2 count. Where's the banner here?
Hold on.
Coming soon to the 2 count.
First director ever.
Yeah. You know, because I'm trying to do 9 different things at once.
This is only one of them, though.
You guys get Shank's blessing?
Yeah.
Hope to have Shank on next week, though, too. That would be great, too. It's always good to see Brandon the Shank Eubanks as well.
So, yeah, we don't know who's going to come by. We know 2 people, and there could be a whole bunch of other people. So you'll just have to turn in. And then the week after, we're not going to do a show right after Christmas, and then we'll be back for the new year.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're taking Boxing Day off, everybody. I hope you're okay with that, especially in the UK.
And then me and Tommy are weeks away from our Chris Jericho cruise.
So much traveling, honestly, because I'm down in Texas for the holiday. I come home, got a couple weeks where I'm not doing a whole lot other than just some local stuff here, and then Lacrosse on the 20th, the Jericho cruise the next weekend, and then Chippewa Falls on the 3rd of February. So,
where are you working in Lacrosse? I
don't know. It's through Dog and the Public Grub Bar Comedy USA. I think the Chippewa Falls will probably be Sandbar, which is a great little spot if you haven't done it yet. But always a fun crowd there. So I think lacrosse should be fun too. I know that Jaredog has a one down that way in Holman, Wisconsin, on Tuesdays. So if you guys happen to not see me on Tuesday doing the 2 count, it's probably because I'm down in Holman getting an actual paycheck. Where is our fucking hype trains, by the way, everybody?
Well, we didn't have a whole lot of people watching this evening.
We got enough. These people know what they fucking need to do. Subscribe and gift us subs and bits.
Also, the video is currently unavailable on Twitch right now, our stream.
What?
Really? Why?
Oh, you know what? It might have been because your fucking voices. They might have thought you're like, we're sending out some copyright shit.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I know it is, but
could be just mine, but
it says we got 2 people watching on Twitch.
I just noticed my screen wasn't going.
Yeah, it's like Luke and Zach.
Yeah.
We're the last ones to comment on Twitch. So
right on. Well, we're gonna end her short tonight. JR has a big day tomorrow, so he needs his beats.
Yeah. I have to
Big
be
day
at
for
the,
JR.
I have to be at the virtual store before I even wake up.
Gross.
What's a virtual store?
So there's a store, and if you don't want to go into the actual store and shop, you can contact someone and either chat or do a video thing, and they'll walk you through some stuff.
Well,
and I got to go set up some shit.
Woohoo!
Well, cheers to you, my friend.
Whoa.
Yay! I guess.
Nice.
Anyway,
next week a holiday party.
Holiday party. Get your Christmas pants on and let's do it.
2 count style, baby.
Have a good night, everybody. See ya. Oh, by the way, this Saturday I'll be up in Rogers, Minnesota, someplace. Anyway, all right. Goodbye.
You're fucking.